Hello, this is Krinstar, and I was watching a video from Switch Angel, and she was coding some trance, and it was really cool, and it got me into the mood. And so I'm gonna do a horrible thing trying to replicate what she was doing, but realistically, I think I got something. Alright, that can go on. It's sort of generative and it's sort of not. As you can see, there's two clips here. One is just the beat, the kick, the 4 on the floor, and the other one is the kind of the chord pattern. So this thing is kind of madness and personified. Really cool. I got scalar and I went and I hit on this thing right here to bind the keys to the chords. So when I hit on these keys, it starts off C2. As you notice that basically it kicks off something, right? So I got in this note grid. This note grid kind of, it only does one thing. It splits the bottom bass and it drags it down 2 octaves so that I got a bass line going and I got the chords going. And then I go into this instrument layer, which we've seen, I think, a couple times, where I'm splitting off the range. I'm going everything from C3 and above, go one way, and then everything B2 and below go another way. So I'm kind of splitting this instrument layer. So instead of layering, I'm splitting. The top chord is going towards the arpeggiator, and that's what's giving the high chords, the high sound of arpeggiating. And you're not hearing chords, you're actually hearing arpeggiated chords. So it's doing this, and I got a little bit of difference going in here with the steps modulator. It's modulating either the up downs or it's basically it's messing with this right here and giving a different pattern every 4 beats. And that's going into the Jupiter 8000, very simple pattern, the vanilla super soft pad. Sounds kind of cool. And then I got a delay on it so that when it kind of delays, I don't really hear that delay that much, and I'm not messing with it right now. It's fine. Then over here it goes in the Jupiter 6, and that bass line is just a filter sweep arpeggiator. So I got the bass line kind of arpeggiating also along with it. What we could do is on that bass line, we could put in another note grid right before it, and we can take in the pattern. And what we could do is we can mess with it a bit and maybe say the gates come in here. So we have a gate thing here, and we can pop it in there. Not really hitting it with that pattern. It looks like it's going too fast. So like that. right, the chords are getting a little bit old, and it's fine. Okay, so the pattern we got going, now we need to mess with the pitch. So the pitch comes in, and it's going to be a certain pitch, and we don't want to mess with it that much. So basically we want to quantize and make sure that we're still in the scale that we've defined. Which scale is that? I don't know. I picked something random. So it looks like D major. Of course, what our chords are E, F, G, and we can have the... Give me a minute on this one. Like we got our quantized thing programmed into the right keys here. Now we're probably going to mess with and the reason why I want to quantize is because we're going to probably mess with the notes coming in a little, so it has a little bit of variance. So maybe we could do some math and add a little bit, or we can mess with like a randomization, do something with like maybe an LFO to move it up and down from where it's currently at. All right, I think I changed it around a little bit. So basically what I did is I created the pitch in, going to here into this add, move this level down a little bit because a lot goes way too much, and then use this to kind of move it around a bit. So to give it a little randomization. So let's listen. Going a little bit further, I think what we can probably do is randomize the chance of this going and giving it a 70% chance. Overall, sounds kind of cool. Sounds kind of interesting, and sounds like something to play around with. The grid is pretty cool. You can add some kind of variations to what you have programmed, and even if you have something programmed that's really straight and narrow, you can change it with the Bitwig grid. Pretty cool. The MIDI tools on here are awesome. So they have a little bit of variation, a little bit of difference, a little bit of change, and allows you to program something really simple. I got 2 tracks in here, and I got at least 3 instruments going, if not more. I could probably do a little bit more, add in some other stuff, with some variations also, and probably drive this all off of... I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I will catch you later.